Israel's Netanyahu says he won't end pride or change LGBTQ plus rights. Do we believe him? Avi Maoz, chairman of the anti-LGBTQ plus Noam party, which is part of the Religious Zionism ticket, said on Thursday they will look into canceling the Pride Parade legally. A Likud source said the party will look into canceling some of the outgoing government's pro-LGBTQ plus reforms as part of coalition negotiations. Likud Chairman Benjamin Netanyahu said in private talks on Friday that, quote, there will be no harm to pride parades nor the status quo on LGBTQ plus rights, end quote, following statements made by lawmakers from the Religious Zionism slate that they intend to work to cancel pride parades around the country. Sources in Likud said Thursday the party intends to cancel measures by the outgoing government promoting LGBTQ plus rights, although it remains unclear what reforms could be targeted. MK Avi Maoz said in an interview with IDF Radio, quote, who holds public parade that is all provocation? Do you know how offensive such a parade in Jerusalem is to us? On Thursday, Yitzhak Wasserloff, ranked 5th on the Religious Zionism ticket, said that he opposes pride parades. When asked on Radio Jerusalem whether he would act against the parade, he replied, quote, insofar as I am called upon to do so, I will express my opinion, of course. I am against people dancing in the streets in their underwear, end quote. Likud is expected to start coalition negotiations with each of the three parties that make up Religious Zionism, including the Noam party, which opposes civil rights for the LGBTQ plus community. When I read this story, I don't know if any of you guys agree with me, but one thing I want to say is that there is a quote in there that said that all the rights for LGBTQ plus community will be protected. But doesn't it seem to kind of contradict with what's being said, that they're planning to end all parades? Because to me, the parades is really freedom of self-expression, which is what we all hope for. So how is that not damaging the rights of the community?
Well, and not just Israel. It will be interesting to see where the next steps of this go, because Israel is really considered by far and away, if you consider Israel part of the Middle East, is the absolute leader of LGBT representation in the Middle East. But Israel is also the top LGBT tourism destination for Europeans. The number one LGBT pride event in all of Europe is in Tel Aviv, and the Tel Aviv Pride. So for Likud to try to represent its conservative arguments against the Pride Parade, why wouldn't you say the exact same thing to public? They have many, many public celebratory events in Tel Aviv that are beach related. And
well, we don't want to impact the economy.
Exactly.
No, we just want to control people.
The issue is Netanyahu represents the fifth person in the Zionist organizational party, is reflecting homophobia. Skin-tight swimsuits or underwear, which is how they're equating both of them, is no different than beautiful men and beautiful women that are heterosexual at a beach party that has 100,000 people at it. The difference here is it's men, and therefore it's homophobic.
Yeah, that's what sticks out to me when I hear that also is, thank you for having a space like this where queer people can come together and speak on things other than just celebrating pride, because that is just one element of the expression that you were talking about. And the reality is we all need to kind of step up a little bit more in our responsibility of expressing what pride is really all about, and where it came from and where it started with the riots in New York.
It's not all a pride parade. A pride parade used to be a protest. That was how it all started. It was an ability to go out there and unify as a group and show that there's strength in numbers and that we won't be erased, right? We're not all naked and in underwear. You know, again, a stereotype.
I know, I would never be shirtless.
Stereotype that is
homophobic, for sure.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+ community.